basically, it looks like you cut the original piece out. So I think I'll put this part up front in the video, just because I had so much trouble finding any tutorial for it. And that is trashed. I hope it's okay. Okay, that looks good. Bushing flange is sitting flush with the edges here. So I got the old shift linkage out, and sprayed some degreaser down there just to let it soak in a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this together. This is pretty simple. This plate here with the threaded holes goes on this side. 4 hex screws go in there. This little piece right here, which got my hand in the way, is you can, if it doesn't go on easily to your shift linkage shaft, that threaded shaft, you can probably take one of these 2 metal screws out, thread this in on top of this washer, and just use it to spread that gap. I didn't do that. And the next thing is to assemble this piece here, which one of them has this nice recessed hex that your post-its in. Got a lock nut on the back. These 2 are threaded directly into the aluminum. Video from, I believe, DieselGeek said they put some thread locker in there. I can't see it, and I didn't really feel any resistance as I was screwing these in, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on there just to be safe. So pull those guys out, pull that out. I'm using 242 blue. A little bit on the threads, doesn't take much. A little bit on the threads, doesn't take much. It goes into this rocker plate here, which you can't screw it up because they only fit in 1 hole. And I think these are 14 millimeters, so I'll just go ahead and snug those in. That's probably good. With that thread lock, it ain't going nowhere. And if you say it ain't going nowhere, it won't go anywhere. That's very important when assembling things. And then this pin sits in there. This is a lock nut, 13 millimeter, or I think they said it's 1/2 inch. Love your product, DieselGeek, but mixing fractional and metric makes my head hurt. Alright, that's a lock nut, so I'm not even going to thread lock it. Tighten it down. So it seats and then that's it. Guys, if you don't have one of these, I know it's expensive, but this 3/8 head, 1/4 inch body, flex head, I use this. I put this shit on everything. This part assembled. This part came assembled. I guess I could check this nut just to make sure it is in fact tight. And that's pretty tight, so I'm going to leave it as is. And I believe these two are what go on the up and down cable end. They pop in there. I think there might be some disassembly required of the end of it to make these fit. These slide into the tube. What would you call that? I don't know. Pivot tube on the transmission. And there's a set in there already. I think this have to come out. And then, well, this is pretty self-explanatory. Well, it's not self-explanatory, but it goes on to this one. And when it's in the car, let's see, it sits in there like that. These two interact. It's pretty stiff, but I'm sure in time they will wear together. And be nice and smooth. I mean, it's just a little stiff, but it's new plastic, it'll wear in. And then this is the new lock nut that sits on top of the shift shaft out of the transmission. And like I said, comes with new keepers. And I'm not sure, I think I took 2 off and there's only 3 here. So it's always good to keep your takeoffs. This pin is what goes in to the shift lever in the car to put it in the, I forget the term, but basically it locks it into place. So when everything's locked in the car, tighten these down, and ideally it'll be good.